What's what's up, YouTube? Happy New Year, first off. This video I'm making in this live stream, I'm making it specifically for you, Lily and Mirai Koga, and I decided to do this, and I'm gonna do more of this for you. When you're old enough to actually watch this and understand, maybe who I am or who your dad is, and hopefully at that time you'll be able to reflect back and maybe watch this and be like, oh yeah, either daddy was pretty crazy or daddy was onto something. So I figure I start doing more of this and talk to you as if yourself when you're in your teenage years, or you're in third grade, second grade, fifth grade, fourth grade, or even when you're going to college, you have something to look back at, and hopefully, YouTube is going to be around, so this video exists in the internet space or somewhere in the clouds, so that way you can watch this. So I decided to talk to you about this, and also for anyone else that watches this, if you're on YouTube, this message might apply to you. I don't know, but just know this is a selfish video that I'm making for you, Lily. Um, so Lily, today is considered the new year, and it's considered a new year. Why? Because it is January 1st, and specifically today is January 1st, 2019. All right, you were born in April of 2018. And I don't know exactly when you'll be old enough to understand this, but I want to talk to you about something about New Year, and what you might face and what challenges you might run into. Because I believe as you get older and older, I will push you very, very hard. But just know that I'm pushing you because I love you very, very much. And just know that these things that I'm telling you is hopefully going to benefit you when you're my age or even older, right? And a lot of it has to do with this idea of New Year, okay? 99.9% of the population during this time of year, all right, especially right after the holidays, they're either walking around with either the goals that they made today or goals that they made sometimes this month or even a couple weeks before, and they're walking around in December because they did not hit their goals. They did not accomplish their goals. Okay. And why did they not accomplish their goals? Because number one, typically most individuals will not have goals. They don't have written goals. And this is the reason why, as you become older and you become proficient to be able to write, and hopefully if you're watching this and you understand what I'm talking about, you can actually write and actually write your goals down, whatever they may be, okay, good or bad. And then from there, do whatever it takes in your power to accomplish those goals. Okay, I myself, I've been doing this as an exercise when I got into after when I was 18. And once I started doing this, things started to happen a little bit more. Okay, and when you write goals down, magical things happen where the universe kind of works in a way where it allows you to go after those goals. So first one, when it comes to this New Year's, by now, hopefully you have written down your goals, okay? And if you didn't write them down last year, hopefully you do it this year. And if it's last year, you did write them down and you did hit those goals because you're that smaller population of people who actually write their goals, then remember this, make your goals bigger, okay? Challenge yourself to make your goals bigger because you'll be amazed at the stuff that you can accomplish. I, for one, from 2018, wrote down my goals, and I have literally accomplished three goals out of there. Okay, three goals out of there. All right, one has to do with my health side, one has to do with business opportunities, and then the other one has to do with family relationship. Okay, those are kind of the three things that I was not able to hit. And I'm gonna touch bases on all three of them for you. Okay, so you can understand. The other stuff I did hit, the income goal, the business goals, and stuff like that. Now let me talk about first one, the thing that's going to affect possibly me in the future, and maybe later on you're watching this. Number one is my health goal, right? Is I have not accomplished the things that I need to do in health. Okay, from the outside world, I may look very healthy at this moment in time, but I do have a vice that I'm struggling with, and I have struggled with for the last several years or so, and it all has to do with the with smoking. And my wife and your mother tells me to quit all the time, and it's just been a vice that I've been constantly fighting. I quit last year, 2018, for probably roughly about 3 months out of the year, and then went back on its addiction I'm fighting. So this year is the year that officially I am going to kick the habit, and I'm going to focus a lot on my energy and time on that. Why? Because I don't want to be that father where I cannot walk you down the aisle. All right, that's number one. And number two, the other goal is business opportunities, right? I didn't accomplish those. What was those? Okay, on my goals. My goals was to create business opportunities for family members to be able to escape the 9 to 5 rat race. Okay, and I was able to help my brother get out of his. Okay, but I still have not accomplished that with your grandmother, your grandmother, and your two grandmothers. Okay, and the aunts and uncles that you have as well, and cousins you have as well. Okay, and so I wasn't able to accomplish that. Why? Because starting a business, it's not as easy as it seems, but also it's not as hard as it seems. It's finding the right opportunity to be able to take advantage of the disproportionate market. Okay, meaning that there is some type of advantage you have, and to be able to use that advantage to create a marketplace to be able to sell products and services to. Okay, you for one, Lily, I'm setting you up to be able to create whatever business that you want to get into. Okay, I don't care if you work for someone else, but I would prefer it that you run your own business. Okay, and business is a quite inherently an easy thing if you understand the economics. And I'll explain this economics to you, okay, Lily, which is very, very simple. Okay, which is one side of the economy you have producers, okay, and then the other side you have consumers. Really, that's it. There's two types: producers and consumers. And the producers will produce products and services. Okay, products and services, that's what they create. And then you have the consumers. The consumers are the people who actually, well, what? Oh my gosh, look at that guy. The consumers will be the individuals who actually consume and use those products and services. And what you typically want to do is be on the side of the producers 90% of the time. Okay, why is that? Because inherently you have more advantage via tax laws, via freedom, via financial wealth that you can gain, via freedom you can gain by being on the producer side versus being on the consumer side. Okay, and that's where I want you to really, really focus on. And this is one of the reasons why your dad and mom has agreed to create different profiles, a domain, a blog for you, so that way you have a platform to be able to go after whatever venture that you want to go after, and give you all the opportunities, because you will have opportunities that other kids in this world will not have. And I just want to make sure as you see these opportunities, you're aware of this, okay? And not only aware, but you have a heightened awareness of understanding of these opportunities that has been given to you by the work, not just myself, but because of the work of your mom, the work of your grandma, the work of your uncles and aunties and your cousins and stuff like that, and the people who have passed away prior to you. All right. And because of that, you have these opportunities. And I want you to be, number one, excited about these opportunities, but also at the same time be humble enough to understand that, hey, you know what? It is not a right. It is not a simple right that you should have and believe that you should always have. Okay? I don't want you to have this entitlement mentality about, hey, this is it all the time, right? So those are the two things. Is the third thing is what was the third thing? The health, business, and family opportunity and business, right? So the third thing is I want to be able to do more of these types of documenting vlogs and leaving little cookie crumbs of who your father is, okay? And I wish maybe I can enroll your mother to do more of this as well, because I think it'll be very interesting for you to be able to see who we are. And just please know, okay? Your mom and dad, me and your mom and dad, we're not perfect, okay? We're not, okay? Other people in this world might be like, oh yeah, they got their shit together. Sorry for the language. Daddy said a bad word. But we're nowhere near perfect, okay? We have challenges and struggles, and we have battles. And what I want you to really, really know is that if you at this age where you can understand that what I'm talking about, just know that the number one important thing is how do you resolve those challenges? How do you resolve those problems when you actually face them? Because as I said, as I started this video, it is a new year, and many of the individuals will have goals. I have goals as well. That's why I'm in the office now, and I'm going to start building on those goals. Wish lists. Okay, I'll say it again. These goals will become a wish list if you don't do anything about them. And I want you to understand this, Lily. Okay, never have a wishbone where your backbone ought to be. All right. Never ever have a wishbone where your backbone ought to be. Okay, meaning, all right, simply wishing for something to happen without you doing something is an entitlement mentality. Do not ever do that. Okay, you have a goal, you go out and you go get it. Okay, you do whatever it takes to go get it. All right, don't even let mommy or daddy tell you otherwise. Okay, you have a goal, you go out and get it. Now, if you want to talk to dad and mom and see if, how we can help you reach those goals, with all means, please do so. It will humble me and it make me feel really good as your father, right? But don't have a wishbone. Okay, don't have a wishbone. You have to have a backbone. And why do I say you have to have a backbone? Is because it takes guts. It takes a lot of guts to go after your goals. And not only does it take a lot of guts, it also takes a lot of courage, right? It takes a lot of relentlessness. It takes a lot of resourcefulness. And speaking of resourcefulness, all right, remember that it's never ever your ability to be able to reach your goals is never ever about resources. It's about your ability to be resourceful. Okay. If you're not able to hit your goals, it is not because you don't have the resources. Yes, you're going to have access to resources that other people will not have, because my goal is to making sure that you have access to those. Okay. But please be aware that you are not entitled to those resources. You're going to have to work for them. Okay. Matter of fact, probably if you want to do a business venture, you're going to have to pitch me on it. I'm not going to simply say okay to it. Right. And you have to be resourceful. Okay. And so my message to you is on this new year, maybe hopefully you can watch this maybe every year, when you understand what new year is all about, is to make your goals. Don't have a wishbone where your backbone ought to be, and crush those goals. Now, if you become so masterful at crushing those goals and hitting every single goal, then guess what? Your goals are way too small. Think bigger, okay? That's another exercise I'll teach you as you become older and older and stuff like that. So, that's what I got for you, Lily. Um, if YouTube's still around and you can leave me comments, it would be pretty cool if you can leave a comment below for your dad. So that's what I got. Okay. I love you. And for anyone else in the YouTube land that gotten this far and you watch this video, this probably weird video, and you've gotten this far. Maybe this message has helped you, so that's why you got this far. And maybe if you have any kids, maybe this is something that you may want to do for them. I'm all about leaving legacy, and being able to create opportunities for my friends and family. And I think this is the best way to be able to do this, where I can show people that, hey, you know what, life is about that. I think, and that's what I got. So, love you guys. I got to get in. Take care. Love you, Lily. Bye bye.